ProACT Sam with this week's Living and Working Abroad blog, and we're looking to offer you some ProACT know-how and reassurance on Brexit with or without a deal. There's obviously quite a lot going on at the moment and a lot of noise going on in the media, but here at ProACT we want to look forward to Brexit for expat, family and business, and understand what we know and what we can plan ahead to do. Whether we choose to wait for somebody to tell us what to do, or whether we take the actions based upon the knowledge we know today, it depends upon individual circumstances. But you can avoid confusion, delay, panic and last minute issues for you, your family and your business, for your property, pensions and business and overseas investments, by looking ahead and growing forward. So let's have a look at 7 items of reassurance that we've got on Brexit today. With or without a deal, both the EU and the UK are still working on the same basis that there'll be a transition period, and at the end of that transition period, that will finish in January 2021. So even though there's delays to the Brexit date, and an extension being applied here or there, that everything is still geared up in the UK and the EU towards the end of the transition period in December 2020. The UK, a second point, is that the UK have opened their settled status scheme for EU expats living and working in the UK. This is an important sign where the UK have guaranteed to offer the settled status to EU expats living and working in the UK, as long as they're in the UK before Brexit Day, that they can then apply to formally live and work in the EU for the rest of their lives, and for their families to join them even if the family aren't there already. And the third point of reassurance we've got is that the Cypriot government already reciprocated on this for UK expats living and working in Cyprus. Not only have they confirmed that they will, to the UK government, they will treat UK expats in the same way. They've passed a bill, they proposed a bill, and it's been passed through Parliament before the 12th of April, to guarantee UK citizens EU citizenship rights, even if there's a no-deal Brexit on the 12th. The next point is that before EU Brexit date, UK citizens can still apply for a permanent residency in Cyprus. This is a 10-year EU citizenship permanent residency, which gives free movement between Cyprus and the UK for 10 years for UK expats living and working in Cyprus. So this is an extended offer to those UK expats and enables them to carry on living and working in Cyprus. And of course, UK citizens can apply for dual citizenship, having lived in Cyprus for more than 7 years. From a UK perspective, any EU expat living and working in the UK can apply for citizenship after 5 years. Another point of reassurance that we've got, the fifth point, is that the double taxation treaty is the new double taxation treaty between Cyprus and the UK has come into force. This shows that there's a vibrant trading, business, cultural relationship between Cyprus and the UK. This is going to be maintained after Brexit, and so Cyprus will remain a great location to avoid capital gains tax and inheritance tax on property, business and investments, where expats can enjoy 0% tax on savings and dividends, and where pensioners can pay only 5% tax on their pension income. And this year, 2019, pensioners can get up to £12,500 extra personal allowance on a public service pension. So the sixth point of reassurance that expats can get on Brexit is that the EU Parliament have passed a law that recognises the UK as a visa-free country. So even if the UK leaves with no deal on the 12th of April, then UK citizens can still travel throughout the EU without the need for a visa application to enter any one of those countries. Final area is that what we know is that the EU social insurance agreement, including healthcare scheme, remains in force as long as the UK is a member of the EU or during the transition period. So to the end of the transition period, currently if the withdrawal treaty passes December 21, people can still use their European Health Card, EHIC, or their S1 to have medical treatment in their EU country of residence paid for. Now, obviously, things might change after Brexit, and if there's no deal Brexit, there could be a scenario where EHIC cards and S1s become invalid straight away. There would be some contingency arrangements, I'm sure, but nobody knows for certain what there will be. So this is a big area of uncertainty at the moment. If you're living and working abroad and paying social insurance in your EU country, whether it's UK or Cyprus or any other EU country, then you can qualify for the National Health Service in that country based upon your social insurance contributions. So if you're living and working in that country or paying a voluntary social insurance contribution, potentially, depending upon what the local rules are in each country for that health service, then you can get that cover. Remembering that social insurance is a type of tax, it's not an EU tax. So there's an EU agreement, but this will all be replaced after Brexit with bilateral treaties between the UK and the EU, unless there's further changes within the EU itself. UK expats in Cyprus have got the additional reassurance that if the Cypriots are introducing an extended Cyprus health service, it's very limited at the moment. It's a very limited health service, but that's been extended throughout the country to more doctors, more surgeries, and more cover for anybody that qualifies for the scheme, and that would extend the potential benefits for those people. So that's our know-how for this week. I hope you found that useful and reassuring. There's lots of noise in the press, we know, and we'll find a way through that. God willing, by the 12th of April, everything could be clear and we could move forward. The saddest thing for me about all this Brexit noise is that they're arguing over signing a withdrawal treaty, but that's what needs to be signed before anything can be moved on. So all the talk and chatter about the Brexit agreement is and the future trading arrangement is largely irrelevant, because it's all dependent upon the withdrawal treaty being signed. So until the withdrawal treaty is signed, or there's a no-deal Brexit, neither the EU, the UK government, or expats living and working abroad can move forward. So by the 10th of April, there should be an EU summit where we should get some clarity. If the UK haven't made a decision, then the EU could make a decision for them and either accept revised terms that are acceptable to the UK, or offer a no-deal Brexit and offer terms to be signed next day, so that things could start moving forward. And we will wait and see on that. Keep in touch at our website at proactpartnership.com to watch videos and vlogs, to read our blog articles, and to watch and listen to our podcasts. Yeah, I think you'd listen to a podcast rather than watch it. And to keep informed with changes ahead for expats living and working abroad. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.